Spyro. I know it was you, and let you in. Everyone's heading for the surface, but I think they're crazy not to stay put. Someone is bound to come by and rescue us.
No, this is not a joke. Yes, this is a thing that actually exists. I had a lot of giggles with this thing, although it's not really complete. It's just a demo for Office Complex, which will only last you around 10 minutes. Before I really get into it, let me tell you how to install it. It's very simple, but it doesn't install like a regular Half-Life mod because it runs on the Zosh engine. Usually this means it's standalone, but it does require some files from your Half-Life installation. First things first, go to the ModDB page. I'll link this down below in a pinned comment. If you can't access the comments for whatever reason, just Google Half-Life Year of the Dragon, it will be the first thing that comes up. And download the Office Complex demo. At this point you will have a zip folder. Simply extract the contents of this folder anywhere on your computer. It doesn't matter where you put this. This will also have an exe in it, which is what you're going to be running. So, simple extraction. The one part that messed me up is that this doesn't install like a regular Half-Life mod. You don't need to put it in the Half-Life folder, and you do need one thing from your Half-Life installation, so you do need to own Half-Life 1. Go to where you have Half-Life 1 installed. If you're on Steam, it will look like this. Copy the Valve folder and paste that into the base Spyro folder. That's all you gotta do, it'll work. You do need this Valve folder though, otherwise you'll have no effects and it just won't work properly. So extract the RAR and then copy and paste the Valve folder into wherever you extracted this file, and that's it. Really simple. Enough about the installation. What is this and why? Well, as I said, it's only a demo right now. It's more of a proof of concept. It's just the Office Complex chapter, and it'll only take you about 10 minutes, so the full thing is far from being done, but it's a pretty nice proof of concept, and it surprisingly works really well. I don't mean, like, technologically alone, I mean, like, it actually plays pretty good. Ignoring the fact that Spyro is hilariously out of place in a game with blood and just... This is a rated M game. What is Spyro doing in a rated M game? That all aside, both graphically and gameplay-wise, this somewhat works. If you take a moment to step back and actually think about it, it somewhat makes sense. Both Spyro 1 and Half-Life 1 came out in 1998. Graphically, they're around the same, although Half-Life came out on PC, which is definitely more powerful than the PS1, even back then. But regardless, the base model for Spyro didn't really look that bad, and really isn't that out of place purely graphically in Half-Life 1. Just in concept. More importantly, it actually somewhat fits with the gameplay, which again makes sense if you think about it because Half-Life 1 has a lot of platforming in it, and platforming works better in a Spyro game than in a first-person Half-Life game, let's be real. That all said, Half-Life wasn't made for Spyro, obviously, it was made for a first-person Gordon Freeman with guns, so some of the geometry had to be changed to allow Spyro to move around. And the camera can get a little bit wonky since you're in tight, confined areas, so it gets a little bit too close. But whatever, you see what they're going for. Gameplay is exactly what you think it is. You're controlling Spyro in Half-Life's universe. Spyro controls just like he does in his games. You have the charge, you have the flame breath, you have the glide. I don't think he's put the hover in the game yet. I don't know if he will. But aside from that, it's Spyro, and it surprisingly moves really smoothly. It's a little bit odd that I'm controlling Spyro with a keyboard and mouse, but it actually doesn't feel that bad. If anything, the camera moving it around that quickly makes it feel better to me, but I don't know if you can use a controller with this. I never really tried it. If you really wanted to, I guess go ahead. I'm talking about this like super seriously. This is not a serious project in any way whatsoever. I was giggling a lot when I was playing this, as it's just such a silly idea. The fact that someone is putting their time and effort into making this just amuses me so much. And it still does actually feel fun, and not just in a silly, giggle-worthy way. Like, controlling Spyro is inherently fun, and he feels like Spyro, so it's still fun even in Half-Life's universe. Even though the gems look completely out of place in this game, they do serve a purpose. These gems are used up as you go to healing stations. So healing stations potentially can heal you forever as long as you still have more gems. This is a good way to make you go out of your way to collect gems, just like the original Spyro game, but in a different way. As far as combat goes, everything dies in one hit. The bigger enemies can be knocked away with your charge and die in one hit from the flame shot. The head crabs give immediately from the charge, which is pretty amusing. And you do have a health bar that pops up in the top left when you get hit. You replenish your health the same exact way you do in Half-Life 1 with the health kits. You just walk up and press E. So Spyro apparently has opposable thumbs. There's actually not a whole lot more to talk about. It's basically exactly what you expected this to be. I think. I don't know what you're expecting when I say Spyro's in Half-Life, but this is what I thought of. I just didn't expect anyone to follow through with it. Anyway, again, if you want to check this out, you do need to own Half-Life 1, and I linked the mod to be down below in the pinned comment. I'm going to let the whole demo play out if you don't want to go install it yourself, because, to be honest, once you beat the demo, it's all there really is. There's not a whole lot more to it. So I'll let it play out. Thank all you guys for watching. If you want to go check me out on Twitch, I actually streamed this originally on Twitch, and you can see my reaction over there if you really want to go see it. I've also put my Twitch down below in a pinned comment. Thank all you guys for watching, and I will see you next video.
Yeah, let's go. Bring it on! I'm not so sure I want to go to the surface. What if the world finds out what we were doing down here? Sooner or later. Got one. With my brains and your brawn, we'll make an excellent team. Well, scientists just overheard a secure access transmission. Soldiers have arrived, and they're coming to rescue us. Of course, I have my doubts that we'll live long enough to greet them. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Don't ask me. Let's go. I refuse to go another step.
Hey, what the hell are you doing down here? Get topside! I hear troops are coming in to save us. Let's get the hell out of here. That was close. That's one less horror in the world.
Glad to oblige a purple dragon.
Hey everyone, thank you guys for watching. If you want more of me, I'm more active on Twitch these days. I stream almost every single day to my Twitch. You can see it in the top left of the screen, twitch.tv/Jarek4GamingDragon. I mostly do a lot of shooters, and I do play with my subs, so if you want to come check me out, then give a follow.